I think about the dance not as performance, but as rhythm, expansion, contraction, form arising, form dissolving, the cosmos moving like breath. Creation isn't the first movement, dissolution isn't the last. They are happening simultaneously, layered on top of each other, moment by moment, cells dying as others are born, thoughts ending as new ones form, universes collapsing somewhere as others ignite, and through it all, awareness remains, untouched, witnessing, participating without clinging. There's something unsettling here, because if dissolution is sacred, then identity is not permanent. Roles are temporary. Even spiritual concepts are meant to fall apart eventually. The Śiva Purāṇa doesn't allow us to rest in certainty for too long. It keeps asking quietly, what are you holding that needs to end? Not dramatically, not forcefully, just honestly. And can you let it go completely, without replacing it immediately with something else? I notice resistance in myself as I think this, a subtle tightening, the urge to stabilize, to conclude, to make sense of it. And that's exactly where Shiva enters, not as punishment, but as release. Dissolution doesn't ask permission. It arrives when its time comes. But suffering, maybe, is the friction between what wants to dissolve and what insists on remaining. The Pura doesn't moralize this. It simply observes it, like nature watching a leaf fall without commentary. As the form dissolves, something else becomes clear. Presence. Not the presence of a person, just presence itself. Awareness without shape, without demand. And in that space, renewal begins not as a new identity, but as openness, as availability, as readiness. The Shiva Purāṇa seems less interested in what comes next, and more interested in whether you can stay with what is ending. Fully, without narration, without escape. And as I sit here, noticing thoughts rise and dissolve on their own, noticing the quiet between words, between breaths, between moments, it feels like the journey has thinned, not progressed, thinned. As if layers are being removed rather than added. Something has been dissolving across these episodes: action, preservation, devotion, all loosening their grip. And whatever lies beyond this doesn't feel like knowledge. It feels like absence, a fertile absence, a silence that isn't empty, but waiting. I won't try to close this. Dissolution doesn't conclude, it clears. And in that clearing, something else will speak when it's time. For now, noticing the end of this moment is enough.